Alright, so ready for another adventure. We're set up here. We're car camping. So let's have a look at the view. Look at that. There's the car. Fiona's just finishing up in there. I'm about to get dinner on. Beautiful, isn't it? We'll tell you where we are later, but the challenge is over there. It's very dark and it's coming this way. So we'll check in later and see how we get on.
Okay, so here we are. Just thinking about getting some food and watching the sun. Very bright over there.
Very bright.
Starting to go down. So our plan was initially to see if we could walk up to Carn Gorm, I suppose it would have been the first one,
yeah.
And Summit Camp, and we were hoping that we'd be able to leave the car overnight at the car park, but we have watched tons of videos of people doing this, and everybody just seems to do it as a day walk. We thought it'd be nice to take a bit of time and spend some time up on top of the hill, but there were no videos of people having done that. So we weren't sure what we were going to be faced with when we got there to the car park, and there was a sign that said no camping, no overnight parking. Pictures of tents, camper vans and caravans, all with a sort of red circle line through it. So I took that to be nobody's allowed there overnight to park. Phil reckons it's just no to campers and tents.
Yeah, camper vans.
Camper vans and tents. So, but we don't know for sure. So, you know, we always sort of say that if it says don't park overnight, then don't do it. So we didn't, essentially. So that paid to our Summit Camp. And so we drove along through the Glen. We drove, I don't know, all of the road pretty much down to the Lars car park. And it has, I think, well, a while since we've been here, but what is definitely different is that every bit of possible parking spot on the road now has a sign in it saying passing place, no parking in passing places. So that's somewhat limited our scope as well. So we did manage to find one little bit of ground that doesn't have such a warning, and here we are.
Yeah, and it's actually quite a lovely spot for car camping. So yeah.
So water handy, and it will be quick enough to pack up in the morning, get everything in the car, and then we'll just slap pack it around the hills, I think is the plan now.
And we'll take you with us.
Indeed. So see you soon in the morning, probably. Good morning. Here we are at the car park, Lyon, and we arrived here this morning. Found somebody had indeed parked here overnight, but I think that the way they've come in, the sign is not obvious, but I feel like there maybe was another one over at the tree just over there, but it's no longer there. So just along the road we discovered there was a car park with toilets. We saw that on the way back. I think we drove past it last night, but immediately before you reach the car park there's a sign saying no overnight camping by the estate, and so then there's the car park. So I think we've just driven past it thinking, oh well, we can't go in there. But we did stop in there for the toilets on the way back. Toilets are lovely. There was somebody cycle camping there last night. So who knows? Not quite sure. There was a sign
talking about not having campfires.
Not having campfires, but we didn't go up and read the information board, so I don't know quite what it said, but it could be an option. Who knows? So we're just having coffee and going to get ready to head up the hill. It's just after 7. I think I said that.
And surprisingly, there's very few midge here at this car park this morning. There's a few, but not many.
There were lots along the Glen. Lots.
Yeah, lots where we camped. We literally just packed the tent up, threw it in its bag, threw it in the back of the car, and drove along here. So here we are. So get ourselves ready and then start to get up the hill. Okay, here we are. We are heading for a settlement rose called the Glen, Lyon, Horseshoe. Right, darling?
Yep.
So what you do is, we sort of mentioned before, we're at the car park back there. You have to walk. It's about a kilometre, maybe a little under a mile, down to the path, and then you head up. We're going to go around in a clockwise direction if you're looking at a map, but of course we'll be showing you the map, so you'll see which way we go. That seems to be the way that most people do it, and yeah, we'll check in later. So you come off the road, through the fence, very mucky, muddy, slippery, overgrown, but that only lasts a few meters. And then you keep going, so you see that, right in there.
There's diversions being put.
Hi. So you come through that fence down there, and then you stay to the left. So the Land Rover track goes to the right, the one that you just joined. That's the way you're going to come back down. You go this way. Okay, so it's a bit of a slog up that Land Rover track there. Just gets steep. There's nothing wrong with it, and then we keep going down this way, so we got to check the map, but I do see a marker far over there, so we'll probably head for that.
So that's the rickety bridge.
Oh yes, there's the rickety bridge. If you've watched other videos, we'll do a video of the dog crossing that. That'll be fun. Okay, so here we are. We're see the sign at the Gorm there. Gorm's up this way. But first, we've got to go over this rickety bridge. We won't take that, we'll have to take the dog over. Sure. Okay, Storm. Storm, this way. There you go, rickety bridge. It certainly moves an awful lot. So we follow along up here, following the river. Very clear path. That's back down to the rickety bridge. And Fiona. Storm. There we go. What a lovely view. So I originally said you keep following this up just from down there on the corner, but you don't. The path takes a dog leg left and up. I think it just skirts around the woods and goes along there. Yeah, so we'll let you know if anything changes. Okay, there's Gorm up ahead of us. That's our first target. It's a bit boggy here. It's a heck of a pull to get up here.
Lots of midge. Lots
of midge, and of course there's very little breeze today. It's quite warm. I mean, it's a beautiful day, but breeze would be nice. So, Gorm, I think that's the second one. Of course, the second one might be the one in behind it.
No, it's the rocky one.
Is it the rocky one in behind it? So the second one's up that way. we'll put the names up now, actually. Okay, onwards and upwards. Look at that, we're about almost near the top. That's a false summit, but summit's behind that of Carn Gorm, but just brought you in to look at that. That's the Ben Lawers range off in the distance. Looking absolutely stunning. Anyway, that's the way we've come up. It's a bit, few high steps over there, but it's not too tricky. Just take your time. Okay, off we go. So we're on the little plateau, and then up in the shades currently is the last pool, we think, up to the summit. Might be a little bit behind that, but not much. But look at these views. And then round, this is the route we're going, following it all the way around to that big tall guy back there in the center of the picture. And then down. You ready? There we go, last little bit to go. That's a full summit that we're on. You can see in the background there, Aighean just poking through. Right, one last push. Here we are. We'll have to check to see which one's higher, but this one looks higher. But we'll touch them both. The Cairn Gorm. I think it's 1,028 meters. Hey, it's number 36 for us. So, look at that. What a view. So we think over there in the distance, way over there, we think that's the Vukel. So that's Glen and Ranach Moor in front. Then we come over, I'm afraid we can't name too many of them, we're not that good, but right there is the Tarmachan. And then coming over, there's the Ben Lawers range. So the one in the cloud, I think it's Ben Lawers itself. The one to the right is, what's it called again?
Glass.
Ben Glass, that's it. We've done Ben Glass and Corrie Leith, which is the one in front of us here. But yeah, that's...
and the one beside it as well.
And the one beside it, yeah, which we forget the name of.
Meall or something.
Yeah, we'll put that on the screen. But wow, there's Loch Ranach right there. Swinging around. We're off to this one next. And then there's Aighean in the background. We're not going over to Aighean today. And there's that one, and then the last one right over there. And then back down. How do you feel, darling? This is the highest point of the day. It's all downhill from here, they say.
It's
right?
Quite a pull.
It is quite a pull up, but it's absolutely stunning. Well, I best mark it, and we better get cracking. Okay, this is us heading across. Up there in the background is Cairn Gorm. So we've come down to the Bealach here. It's a beautiful Bealach. If you did want to wild camp it, although I don't know if it's possible to park a car somewhere, as we said earlier.
Yeah, there's been lots of amazing spots where the tent could have gone.
Yeah, lots and lots of spots. Like, I mean, last night is probably just as well we didn't, because the weather came in and it would have been very wet. But yeah, stunning, isn't it?
Windy as well.
Yeah. So Ranach Moor, Blackwater Reservoir on the other side. You can see the Vukel over there. Loch Ranach right here. Just amazing. And actually, you can see Ben Nevis. At least we can't. Don't know if you can pick it out in the camera.
Maybe not got enough definition.
Yeah, it's way in the background, and it's obvious because it's the highest thing around with a big plateau on the top. So it's a bit washed out though, so you might not be able to see it. The moors just south of it. Wow. Right, best get cracking on. Let's go.
Meall, Garbh. Garbh.
There we go.
Garbh is what he says.
There's Cairn more. From down there, come up here, and we meet up with these fence posts. And then you just follow them up to Meall, Garbh.
Garbh.
I think. We'll just head on up there. In fact, you can see the. I thought that was the cairn. It's not. It's just fence posts. Almost.
I think the cairn is beyond it.
Just beyond that. So.
Made of those fence posts.
Yes, it's a rather interesting cairn from what we've seen. One last look back at Cairn Gorm. Storm, how you liking it? There's sheep over there. She's looking for sheep.
She's liking them.
All right, Storm, let's go. Come on. This way. Come on. That's it. Let's go. Go on. And there is the cairn, just in the distance. Look at that. Storm is so excited to go for that cairn. She can't quite contain herself.
Kenny Cairn has been here.
Kenny Cairn has been here. Sarah, if you're watching, you know what that's all about. Kenny Cairn. Okay, here it comes. Look at that cairn. Oop. Dropped everything.
Are you falling over?
I'm falling over. All right, look, here it comes. Look at that cairn. All right, Storm, you gonna go touch the cairn? She'll probably sniff it.
I don't think I can reach the top of it. I'm not going to try. There we go.
There we go. What a cool cairn. Made up of old fence posts. The ones that we've been following for the last 10 minutes. Beauty. And yeah, one of the biggest standouts in the views is right there, the center of your screen, is Schiehallion, right there, which was, the story goes, used back in the day to help calculate the mass of the Earth. Look it up, I'm not kidding.
Using trigonometry, was it not?
Trig and other mathematical functions, of which my old maths teachers would be screaming at me right now. How come you don't know it, boy? They were quite mean, actually. Anyway, Schiehallion, not on today's agenda. That one is the next one, I think. And then the one with sunlight on it currently is the last one. Look back over to Cairn Gorm. We're going to stop for lunch shortly, darling.
I think let's make for the next one.
Like the summit?
Hmm?
Oh boy, I'm going to be hungry. Okay, let's go.
Gotta walk past there.
So just a word of caution, when you come down from the second one, there's a lot of path through some boulders. It's really very pretty. It's not tricky. Once you come down, you come back up a little bit. There's a ton of paths that lead off, and some that lead off over that way. And if you're not paying attention, you can easily start following them. We sort of did, but we very quickly sort of went, hang on a minute, this doesn't seem right. So basically, if you stay close to where the fence line is, on one side or another, you can't go wrong. We've just come up from there, we were chatting to you down there, and we came up over the hill to this amazing view of Schiehallion. Absolutely stunning, look at that. But anyway, so we thought this was a little peak that you have to go up and over, but actually it's that right there, so we're still nowhere near there, and it's called Meall Var. And then the big rocky guy in the clouds. That is our target. That is the next Munro. Carn Mairg. With an assist from Fiona there, because I can never remember names. Storm, you ready to go? Storm, ready to go?
She smells the sheep.
She thinks we're mad. She's probably right. So just coming down from Meall that we've just done. That's not a Munro, it's just a top. And we just got to, not sure we'll skirt around this or go over this. That's another top. Don't know if it's officially a top, but it is a peak. I forget the name. And then that's our target. Beautiful weather. Storm, you ready? She says nothing. All right, let's go. Okay, here we are, just heading for the summit. It's a tricky summit to find if you just follow the path. And I suspect plenty of people have touched the wrong thing. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Gosh, look at this, it's just beautiful up here. Schiehallion in the background. Wow. Okay. Cairn Mairg, number Mairg, yep. Number 38, Cairn Mairg.
There we go.
Look at that, what a view.
Look at that dog.
Storm,
Hi, Stormy.
You've done another summit. You've
Are you
done
so
another
clever?
summit.
What a good girl.
Well done, Storm. So, the path, if you follow it, is actually down there. You can't see it from here. And it skirts all around this and pops out over there by those crags. And if you look on the maps, it's not immediately clear where the actual summit is. But the GPX track from Walk Highlands actually comes straight up here to this summit. So the path does not follow the GPX track. So if you come the path like we did...
Oh, it sort of splits lower down.
Yeah.
On the other side. So you can come like right up through the stony bit.
Yeah, but obviously most people bypass the stony bit. So...
if you take the bypass path, you have to go over.
Yeah.
Storm, you're going to pull me over. Storm.
Oh dear.
Storm. Easy. Okay, are you able to move?
Yep.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, so.
Where are our previous ones?
So there's the first one over there. Right there, Cairn Gorm. Then over to the next one, over there, which was, oh, we can't remember the name of this. We keep forgetting. We're really awful at this.
Meall Garbh.
Meall Garbh, that's it. Garbh. And then, of course, this guy with the crags. We're going to go over to the crags and find a wee spot for lunch, I think. And then the last one of the day has changed its name, which doesn't help me remember names at all because I'm rubbish with names.
Yeah,
but
it's Carnivore.
Carnivore was the
It's
old name, so we'll get the new name and we'll refer to it by that.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
We don't know how to pronounce it, we'll give it our best. So we got to drop way down there and back up. But it doesn't look too bad. So we're going to go over there to the crags, have a spot of lunch. Okay, so we've just, welcome back. Before the break, we were at the summit over there. So we've just had a lovely lunch, which was a fire pot beef stew with pearl barley. Delicious. These days, yeah, I mean, you really can eat amazing food on top of a mountain rather than just bread and butter. Anyway, so we found this little shelter spot in those crags that we pointed out earlier. We found a little flat bit, and we've been sitting here just enjoying the sunshine, filtering a bit of water for the next bit. I do have to say, if you do come up this way, fill up water when you can. So I filled up our...
Oh, we've gone through we've gone through about 3 litres so
Yeah,
far.
we've gone through about 3 litres, and we don't drink enough water. After a thing, we're always like, oh, we should drink more water. But anyway, so I filled up this, are bee-free, and then I have another plastic container. I think it's about a litre as well. I filled them both up just from a little spring coming out the side of the mountain, and just brought them. I thought, you know what, we've got a litre and a half left between our usual Nalgene's that we drink out of, but just in case. And I'm pleased that we did, because, you know, a little bit for food, and then, you know, we drank a few times, and then up this high there wasn't even any water for the dog. So, you know, we're having to give the dog some water as well. So, as is always the case with mountains, go up the mountain with as much water as you think you'll need and a little bit more. So we're going to end over there, climb down there. Not sure if you saw that, the camera was pointing away, but so by the time we end, we probably will be through most of what's left.
Probably.
And it's always good to finish with some left, so you don't have to finish it all off. So anyway, that's it. I think just a few more minutes
And get going.
and get going. So our route out of here is
Down quite a steep
down this, which is very, very steep. Just down there, there's actually, I'm holding the camera up, don't know if you can see it. There's a family who have just gone down that way, and it is quite steep. There is a slightly less steep way that goes up over there, but you've got to go all the way over there, and I just don't think it's that fast. So we'll see you later. We've just come down the steep side there, in between the rocks, down. It took us a while. It's quite steep, it's a bit slippery. And really, you just got to go slow. There is another way that apparently is slightly less steep on the other side, but to be frank, we couldn't be arsed going all the way over there. When you come down here, there's tons of paths. Little paths. Some are by deer, a lot are by people. So just make sure you look ahead to see where you want to go. And we want to join up with that path. It was nice, we could see it from the top. So we've sort of corrected twice to sort of move from one path to another, just to make sure we're going the right way. And then we will go up there to the next one. All right. Okay, here we are.
Okay.
Meall nan Aighean, we think is how it's pronounced.
Before the old name.
Yeah, there was an old name before, but we think it's Meall nan Aighean.
It's our best guess.
It's our best guess with our limited
knowledge of Gaelic.
limited Gaelic knowledge. So here we go. Oh, what a summit!
Gosh, this is beautiful.
Really is stunning.
I'm going to follow the dog. A swooping spiral staircase.
Okay. Meall nan Aighean, number 39. Well done, darling. And it's at many, many meters. We'll put it on the screen. So there we go. So we came down the middle there, where you see it's green, which is actually really steep. You can probably go around the other side, but we know you can go around the other side. Then you just come along here, up.
From this perspective, it looks significantly easier to just follow the route on Walk Highlands.
Yes.
So the next time you feel like you can't be bothered to work your way across, you probably should.
Probably.
But it was nice, it was good.
And
What have you?
that's where we started today. Cairn Gorm in the background there.
Like, wow.
That's a lovely wee loch over there. Anyway,
Okay.
well, we're only half done because you're not done until you're down. So we should start thinking about that.
Yeah.
See you later. All right, so here we are at the summit of, I forget the name, it's a subsidiary top of the last one, which was Meall and Aighean, we think. So we thought we'd take this point because you can see everything quite clearly. So this one over here, not the one over there that I pointed out from the other summit, but this one over here is Carn Gorm. Then we went over round to that one, which is
Meall Garbh.
Meall Garbh. Then up and over and along to this big rocky guy, which was
Mairg.
Mairg, and then around up to Meall and Aighean. So we our car is parked, I don't know if you can see there, right down there by the road in the car park. It's actually just the trees that you can see right at the edge is pretty much where the car park is. We have got a lot of height to lose in a short space of time. So
yeah, we're about 5 kilometers from the car park.
Yeah, we're only about 5k from the car park, and we've got
about 900
meters.
Yeah.
800 meters maybe. We'll check it out on the map. I think it's about 800 meters to descend. And what a gorgeous day. I think we've both been really chuffed, wouldn't you say?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's just been a beautiful day.
I didn't enjoy the start of it at all. I was not enjoying it in
we
the
both,
slightest. I was ready to turn around so
we
many times.
We both struggled going up the side of Cairn Gorm.
Did not like that.
It's quite a slog.
Didn't like it at all, but the rest of it is worth it.
Absolutely. All right, Storm, you ready to go home? All right, let's go. Oh, they really are. So we're just on our way down. The most defined path goes up and over that summit where we showed you the rest of the round here. That's probably the best way to get if you're not sure, but there are a bunch of smaller paths that are a bit quicker to get down here. We didn't take any of them, and now Storm's, see the rope, pulling me downhill. Right? Okay, so we thought we'd show you where you come down. So this is the little summit that you go over after the last one, and it comes, there's a path that comes all the way around. It's quite obvious, and it comes down, up, down here. There are a bunch of paths that come down the side here that skip that summit. They were tough to see from the top, but you could see them from the bottom. However, I actually would recommend going to that summit, because the views from there are spectacular, and you can see the whole round that you've done just there. You can sort of go around, which is of course what we did with you.
Yeah.
And now
I wonder if the Loch Highlands path just reverses back down to there, because that's sort of where the path, there was a split on the path, and I think it comes over about there. So you know, if you were looking to be quicker, that might be the
Loch Highlands path.
To go.
It certainly takes one of those shortcuts. So there's the big rockery guy where we had lunch, and now we're carrying on down this way. Storm, what do you think? Storm, do you want to go home? Time to go home. Come on. Like all descents, it's a bit of a descent from hell. You're losing a lot of height very quickly. But we are getting closer. So the car is down there. We end up by coming down the other side of this. So hopefully we'll speak to you soon. There we go. We've just made it all the way down. You come down there, and then we've just got the last bit to negotiate back to the road. I have to say, that was a descent from hell.
That was pretty awful.
One of the harder ones I mean, we've done some hard ones, but that one was
It's just
pretty
so
tricky.
steep. It's unrelenting.
Yeah, unrelenting steep.
Yeah. And loose.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We'll
Put up the stats.
put up some stats, let you know how it went. Overall, I think we're both really pleased with the day. It was a beautiful day. Dog loved it. And yeah, hope you guys make it out to these hills as well. 4% left in the battery.